Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Noah and I wanted to welcome all of you to another episode of the Road to Riches and Amateur's Investment Journey here on my YouTube channel. If you're not familiar with this series on my YouTube channel, it's basically where I take my own money, leftover money that I have, and put it into the stock market on a monthly basis to show you, the viewer, how truly easy it is to accumulate long-term wealth. With all of that being said, let's get into the summary/performance of my investments for June and then my plans for investments for July. So here we are in Excel once again in the dashboard that I've made for this series, which is basically keeping track of all of the investments that I make, how much I'm buying them for, and what their market value is, right? What they're actually worth on the basically the end of the month. And you can, if you've been following this series, pardon me, for some time, you know that we've actually been doing really well. We have not had a red month or a negative month in some time. It's been, I don't know how many months at this point before until we had a red month or we lost money on our investments. But for June, at least, things are looking pretty solid as well. You can see right here, we're still in the green, albeit some of the market values are lower than they were last month, but we're still beating what we projected based off of historical evidence. So I was looking to see what stocks or what ETFs, in this point I'm very heavily invested into ETFs in this portfolio, how they would be performing. And basically, if they're in the green, it means we are performing above the expectations that I found within the historical data. So this is really good, right? We are still in the green for June. Now, I'm going to do something a little bit different for July. I have thus far been very heavily invested into VOO, as you can probably see here. And if you've been following the series, you probably get a little bit bored with my investing strategy, but it's tried and true, right? The returns don't lie from its inception, and I really like consistency within not only my life but finances as well. Consistency is very low stress, and it just allows you to kind of plug and play, right? Invest the money, don't look at it, invest the money, don't look at it until it's time to, when it's time to retire, right? When you have a lot of money built up in there. But I want to do something a little bit different for July. A lot of things have transpired within the stock market in the last year or so. I mean, even before then, but I wanted to do something a little bit different for the month of July. So if you've noticed, I have added a stock, right? All of these are ETFs, so I actually need to change the header here. But I've added one at the bottom here, NVDA. If you follow the market or media revolving around the market in any way, shape, or form, you know that NVIDIA, the company, has had a very crazy year, with all of the AI boom. I talk about AI, artificial intelligence, and kind of what I see the future for that. In some of my other videos, I'm not going to go into depths on that, or all of my predictions for the stock or anything like that. But the way I'm looking at it, as far as the value of NVIDIA goes, is that I kind of look at it as a opportunity for individuals that were not able to get into the Apple and the Microsoft early on in life, like some of our parents and so on. I'm kind of looking at it as an opportunity for this generation, my generation of kids, to kind of get into early, in hopes that they're really going to have a lasting impact on the future, similar to how Apple and Microsoft have. And of course, if you're not aware, they recently did what's called a stock split. So the stock, a couple months ago was like $900. So it kind of veers people away from it, a lot of normal investors, because it's quite a bit of money for an individual stock. But then they did a stock split, and now you can get it. In this case for July, I'm getting 11 shares at $123.89. So the total investment for the month is going to be consistent with what I have been doing, which is right around $1,400 to $1,500. In this case, it's just under 14. I wanted to get 12 stocks, but I was about $80 short or something like that. But this is kind of what I'm going to go for. You can see that I don't even have a projection on here just because this was kind of a last minute decision that I decided when recording this video or when purchasing the stocks. I just had a little bit of a change in heart, and I'm thinking this will be a pretty good investment, or at least I'm pretty confident about it. And I think it'll be a good way to kind of diversify this portfolio and hopefully provide a little bit of entertainment for you, the viewer, as well. So at the end of July, we're going to see how all of my other stocks perform, all of these other ETFs, how they perform, if they keep up with what we expect. And we're also going to keep a sharp eye on NVIDIA because, like I said, this is my first individual stock that I've invested in this portfolio. So it's going to be pretty exciting, and I hope that there is a lot of green months ahead. And of course, I do like showing a little bit of the Charles Schwab dashboard right before purchasing. I think it provides a pretty nice insight. This is where I do all of my individual investing and so on for the series and so on. So you can see the symbol. You just put the symbol in NVDA. It's trading for 123.89 per share right now. I want to buy 11 shares, reinvest dividends, market. So basically, whenever the market, whatever the price that it opens at tomorrow, that's when the transaction is going to be completed, and I will buy those shares. So the estimated total, like I said, 1362. You're going to click review order, and then you're going to move on to the final page before the transaction goes through. So this is the page that you're going to see right before you finalize your order. You're going to see what you're buying, reinvest dividends, the total price that it's estimated to be, and so on. Pretty self-explanatory. And then you'll obviously just click place order, and this transaction will go through, in my case, at the market open tomorrow. But there you go. That is my June summary, as well as my plan for July for my series, right? I'm doing something a little bit different, investing into individual stocks. If this continues, I think it would be pretty interesting to see how this transpires, over the next year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it may be. So I'm hoping it provides a little bit of interest and entertainment for you, the viewer, as well as some money for me, hopefully down the road. As always, I hope you were able to take something away from this video today. And of course, happy financing.